Hi.
We're here! Hooray!
Boo, boo, boo.
We're here to chat about. Ooh.
Books.
Books!
We like books.
My jaw hurts for some reason. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Hi.
The Closed and Common Orbit. I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
I'm very excited.
I too am excited.
I, too, am excited. I just finished it at 4:10, so I got it done beforehand. We don't have to do any sprints today. Hooray! Hooray! I got it done in time.
Yay.
So I want to hear your rating and your initial, just general thoughts.
I gave it, technically in Corbile, it was a 4.5, but it's like 5 stars. And I was laughing at myself with how much I'd forgotten. And then I didn't remember any of the ending or anything like that. So I was pleasantly surprised and just happy to cry my way through it. So that was great.
Okay.
All right, Danielle.
I gave it 3. I struggled with like the first 60 to 65%. And then I felt like, okay, all right, this is getting interesting. But then I wasn't totally thrilled with how it ended. So I landed on a 3.
I still haven't really figured out my rating, but it's between a 3.75 and a 4. And I looked back at my rating for A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I gave that one a 4.25 stars, and I feel like that one might actually have been, I think I would have rated that one higher depending on when I had read it. Like if I hadn't read it at a time when I was having a hard time reading and I was trying to race through it, I think I would have given that one a slightly higher rating. Especially now that I'm thinking about like how I feel about this one. I really did enjoy it though. I liked Pepper a lot. She was a character that I really loved. I loved her backstory and learning about her and her experience, and a lot about her character. And of course, Blue. Blue was great. Sidra was a little for me to get used to, and but like I kind of mentioned in my comments, I kind of think that was intentional on Becky Chambers' part. So I thought it was very interesting to learn about Sidra's whole experience and then forming that friendship relationship with Tack. So those are my thoughts right now. I liked the ending. I thought it was a little rushed right at the end, but I liked what led up to it and how it resolved itself. Just like what we got from the ending was a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your rating, Tracy?
Big bitch.
And hi.
Oh.
So where you guys want to start?
I was just so invested. Like, I liked Sidra's story. And I think for me, the thing that helped me contextualize it was thinking of it as part of the trans experience. Because she's woken up in a body that she didn't choose. And so that sort of made it, in a way, more like, rather than thinking of it as a tech side of things, I could apply the human experience and why she would be so frustrated with it because she hasn't made this choice. Like, a part of her did, but not her. And so that made it easier for me to just accept her sort of frustration and disconnection from her own body, because I'm like, yeah, like this can actually happen. This is the trans experience. That's what gender dysphoria is. It's not feeling comfortable in your own body, and nothing you can do may change that. Like even getting surgery or tattoos to make that connection happen, that's not always going to work. It really depends on everyone's individual experience. So that's where I gave it a little bit more leniency, because I was just like, this is how I'm contextualizing it to make it make sense for me, even though I still found it frustrating because it's not something that I've experienced. So I was like, come on, mate, like you can do it. But yeah, Pepper and her backstory just and the audiobook narrator gave young Pepper's voice. It was very, very childlike, and it was just painful listening to, because it's just like, oh, you sweet little potato. Yeah, very, very invested in that, and just broke me into 1,000 pieces.
I did think at a time like you did that this was, like that maybe Becky Chambers was trying to pull in more technological, example of like the trans experience. And I did think about that. And I was like, it makes it make a lot more sense. Not that it didn't make sense. It was just, it was hard to sometimes relate. And I think that made it hard. And then plus, you just wanted, I think we just wanted for Sidra to be happy with the situation. They had this freedom. Like, how exciting is that? How exciting could that be? You were stuck in you would have been stuck in a big ship where you wouldn't have had freedom in a lot of different ways, and yet now you have this. But I also had to stop and think, like, Sidra never got to choose this. Like, never ever got to say. I mean, if you think about it, right the second she comes into being, she's ready to do her job, and she's excited about it, and she's ready to power up and do her thing, and that is what she's prepared for, that is what she's made for. And they pull her out of that, and they put her in another body because it's no fault of her own. Like, it's sad for Jenks, but she has a relationship with Jenks, so she can't understand feeling the empathy for him that all the people around him can feel, because to her it's just, she's not given the chance to be who she's supposed to be, And I'm like, that is pretty rough. Like, that's pretty rough. If you think about it from that perspective, that's pretty rough. And then she's forced to try and fit in everywhere she goes, when she didn't really ever want that to begin with. She just wanted to be in the Wayfarer.
So am I misremembering that she did actually have a choice whether or not to go into that body or to stay on the ship? And it was more like she didn't want to make the crew uncomfortable because they were used to Lovey. And I had the thought of like, okay, time, is powerful in a situation like that. Mm-hmm. And, had she stayed and stuck it out, there is the possibility that everyone would have adapted,
Yeah.
So I guess with that in mind, I wasn't like,
she did have a choice, but did she have a choice? Like, she's a pleaser. She wants to make everybody happy. And the second she comes in, everybody's going, oh, they don't want you around. They really can't have you. They can't stand you being here. Be with me. I'll protect you. And, they're just too devastated to deal with you. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she has a choice, but like, really, does she have a choice? She doesn't know what's going on. I don't know. That's really, it feel like it happened so quickly too, that she didn't really, get a chance to think of all the.
She just saw them there being in pain, and her job is to make them comfortable.
Yeah.
Her programming, like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but her program was to make the crew like comfortable or something like that, and meet the needs of the crew or something. And so I feel like it would have gone against her coding Tuesday, because she could see that she was inflicting pain.
Chris says, people pleaser, I resonate with that, Amy. Yeah, and that's where my brain went as a people pleaser. Like, what I probably, and I'm trying to be a reformed people pleaser. I'm trying to work really hard to not be that same level of people pleaser. But yeah, but it does, coming back to what Danielle said, like, it does make me think, like, how would things have been different? It would have been a completely different story because we would have still been following everybody in the Wayfarer, probably.
Maybe that's also a contributing factor, because I don't know if Becky wanted to continue with their story. Like, they had resolved where they were up to with their gigs and stuff. Like, they were just continuing on. But I know that that's a lot of criticism for the rest of the series, is the found family element that is the Wayfarers isn't present. And people miss that because she did such a good job of it. But I wonder if it was more an intentional choice to not, because she didn't have more to say for them. And this was a good alternative. I don't know.
Tracy said, I liked it a lot. I really like Pepper. Love the ending. Yeah. I hadn't thought of Sidra from that perspective, Paige. She did annoy me at times.
Yeah.
Jane chapters are my favorite. Yeah.
Me too.
Agree. That was hard too, because you feel for Jane, and the situation that she's in is just, it's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying. And you get these different, I liked that you got these different stages of her throughout her development too, which, she got annoying too, especially when she was in her teenage years. You're like, oh my gosh, she's so annoying. But it was so realistic for a teenager, right? To be that irritated, and why do I feel irritated all the time? And then to have her more maturity as she got even older, and then the sad bit before they were getting ready to take off, where she just had worked herself to the bone, literally, and she wasn't eating, and she was so sick from all these different factors of where she lived and couldn't, she couldn't help. It was just so sad to see that progress of her. Then the second she finally does this big giant thing, they get off the planet, Elle gets taken away from her. It's so horrifying.
She had to eat dogs.
I know.
Yeah.
That was rough.
I mean, I didn't picture them as our kind of dogs.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
I did have it, like, while my heart was breaking, I was also giggling at, like, the doctor saying something like, congratulations, you had disease previously unknown to science.
You are the sickest person I've ever treated.
Congratulations.
Like, that's quite an accomplishment you had there. And I was like, this poor girl.
She has been
a different type of fungus in your your lungs.
Yeah.
The dog eating was hard to get past. Yeah, that's why I definitely didn't think of them as regular dogs. I thought of them as, like, more wild dogs. Like, she was eating.
See, I don't know, like I'm not great with it. Like, and I think what hurt me was not the fact of it being dogs. Like, I sort of, because we are set in a different planet, there's junk. Yeah. Like, I still sort of see them as the mutts from Hunger Games. Like, that's where my brain was sort of leading with it. But for me, the descriptions of her figuring out that she had to kill them and creating the weapon, that was like, you poor sweet innocent child. Like, that. I mean, it wasn't necessarily eating the dogs, because I was like, well, you got to do what you got to do to survive, and you obviously need meat as a human. Like, there's not enough vegetation for this to be sustainable for a developing child. like, you got to do something. So
I thought it was interesting that Blue was a vegetarian after this.
that was, yeah. I wonder what he ate. Would have been the meals, wouldn't it?
Like, yeah, whatever the like shakes were or whatever.
Yeah, before he escaped with Jane.
It's the same thing that I think Jane ate when she was in. They're just like
Mush.
nutrient shakes. I like a protein shake, but with other nutrients in it. That would be like a full diet.
Yeah. I got so mad at her whenever she fell down in that hole. I was like, come on. Like when you're having to survive like that and there's nobody else that like is going to be able to come to your rescue, you don't take chances like that. I was mad at her, but I mean, I know she got herself out of it, but
yeah. I think you get comfortable though. I do think you get comfortable, and that's exactly what happened to her. She got too comfortable. She forgot the dangers of the situation she was in. She got too confident in her weapon. She got too confident in her ability, her health, her well-being. I think a lot of people, especially kids, younger people, we get too comfortable in our well-being. And then if we get sick, especially like a real sickness, not just like a cold or something, then we're like, oh my gosh, that's not supposed to happen.
Immortal.
Especially kids, they really think they're immortal.
yeah.
But it was interesting sort of also seeing not necessarily PTSD after it, but a little bit of the depression that she falls into, because like every day after it, she would wake up and go, I could die today. Like every day after that was, I could die today. Wake up, rinse, repeat, do the same thing for years. I was like, oh.
I think in a way too, she could sense what was going on like in her body too, because like with the fungus, like in her esophagus or whatever, like she was having trouble swallowing. Like it described like her belly being all distended and like, she was not well.
In good form.
Yeah.
How scary.
Yeah.
And again, yet that has to be your norm because you don't have a choice. I mean, that happens for plenty of people around our planet.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell she managed to like even hobble on her broken leg.
I know.
I was just
yeah, I could feel that pain. I mean, not literally, but like, it was written in a way where I was like, oh, I'm like, don't.
I had a 5 centimeter spiral fracture at my leg when I was 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Which is basically where the bone goes like that.
Nice.
And yeah. My sister and I were riding on a tricycle. I went on the ground, the tricycle went on my leg, and my sister went on the bike. And then my parent, Dad carried me to the car, and then I just went to sleep, and my parents went out, and when they got home, they shook my leg to wake me up. Like, just, like a gentle, like, hi, we're home. And the demon screech that I let out still haunts my mother's dreams. But yeah, so when she was talking about that, I was like, the sympathy pain in my leg was just like, I have no idea how you're walking on that. But I also then made a hole in the heel of the calf, in the cast, because I kept walking on it.
Oh, well, you weren't supposed
to? No. So it's like, I know that I walked on it, but I also had a serious cast on it, holding it in place, whereas she couldn't. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, she had to be, and she had to function for however long it took to heal around her little teeny space. And if she needed food or needed anything, she had to go out and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good, sad situation.
And I think just watching her try was just so captivating. Like, that was the thing that I was invested in. I was like, I want to know that she gets okay, because I know where she is now, but also like, I just need to know. I need to see this myself, please and thank you. and like
Yeah.
Al teaching her words, but then she knowing these things for tech, but then not knowing what, a boy was, or
Right.
these are the basic things, but she knew how, like, whatever the tech was. And I was just like, oh. And you see that at schools, like, some kids come with such a specialized knowledge on things, but then they don't know basic words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just shows how strong you can be when there's no other choice. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And I did find that interesting, though, because, we get her well, she's 14 when we get her, right? Right?
I think we start when she's 10.
Oh, she's 10. That's right. We first get her when she's 10. And, 10's a pretty old age, not old, but an old age to not know what anything is.
Yes.
Not know what the moon is, not know what planets are, not know what, like, left, right, up, down, like, basic words. Yeah, because nobody ever had words for those where she was from. Kids didn't have words for those. The mothers didn't teach them anything because they weren't there to be taught. They were there to do their job. And so I thought that was that's an interesting thing to watch her questioning, her line of questioning, considering she's already 10. And she even said, like, I'm not a child, she is an infant in her understanding of the world around her. So I thought that was, not to know what the sky was. I know that it's another room. That how come this room looks so different, and it's endless in a lot of ways. And
there's no walls. Where are the walls?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think all the Janes looked identical?
I wondered that.
I think I don't think so. I think what they were was genetically modified.
They were clones, weren't they?
Were they?
Yeah.
That I interpreted it as genetically modified clones is what and so then I was like, wow, imagine like running into another Jane, like out in the wild, like looking at yourself, I don't know, but
I think because, like,
I'm trying to think about the cloning process. So when babies are made, the DNA goes through so many changes and you have so much variation before the actual embryo is formed, before any of that stuff happens, like one cell, but a clone, what does a clone do? When are those cells changing before? Like, I would love to know the process of how clones are made now.
Like, I've seen Multiplicity. Like,
right.
They're the same guy, but just a little bit different.
If it's just the DNA, maybe it goes through the same sorting process that DNA goes through when it creates eggs. It just comes from the same DNA. And in that way, you would have variation because the DNA is altered as it goes through mitosis, meiosis, blah, blah, blah. Meiosis, right? Whatever. That's meiosis. DNA does alter, so it would be different for each person, even though it would be the same DNA, I think, unless I'm wrong about the process of cloning, which I might be. Where's Leanna when we need her? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I had to learn about that. Oh, Leanna, why aren't you here?
D&D, probably.
Trace says, I didn't think that they were the same. They were clones, but I imagine they were variations. Yeah, so that's something. I better do my research into clones. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I got books to read. I got a vlog to try and edit.
That's a tempting rabbit hole.
I know.
Class.
I learned about it in the past, but not that detailed. I learned a lot about the whole process of mitosis and meiosis, like those two separate processes. But I didn't learn a lot about, like, I don't know if I learned about the details of cloning. Maybe I did. There's a lot of stuff that you can't keep in your head. You know?
Right.
There's not enough room up there. Although apparently, according to Sidra, I can really keep everything as long as I have the memory of, if I have those, if there's some way, if I can pull that memory out, I still got it up there.
You just need to make a text file and load it onto somebody's little iPad
Yeah, to
And
remind me. I put little, like, remember this, and, like, give a little clue of it, and then it'll, like, oh, yeah, I remember.
yeah.
So some of the biggest issues I heard were the pacing of it. Was that really difficult for you, Danielle? Was the pacing?
I guess so. I guess that's why, the first two-thirds of the book or whatever, felt a little drudging, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, because this one it was not plot heavy at all. Like, there wasn't too much of a plot. It was
No.
really about these characters, about
Yeah.
getting to know the characters. And so, there wasn't anything huge to push it forward, except the fact that you're kind of getting parallel experiences from or as Jane, little Jane and Sidra, like, kind of coming into the world and trying to experience becoming little humans in a sense.
I think when we shifted into like trying to find Owl and like acknowledging that was a goal and that was what Pepper was up to, like, then I was like, okay, yeah, let's find out, like you said, like, how did they get separated in the first place? Then we did. And then yeah, finding her and the whole like heist situation, like, that was intriguing to me.
That's plot.
Yeah. Which usually I'm not well, I don't know. I guess usually I'm not like an action person, but maybe I am a plot person. I usually love a good like character study, story, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, and I could see that these characters wouldn't be for everyone, and so that, like, this story wouldn't work for everyone if you didn't like any of the characters in this. Like, if you didn't like Pepper that much, if you didn't really care for, obviously Sidra's not the most likable character, especially at times. Pepper wasn't likable.
Well, I liked Blue, but we weren't getting enough Blue. And then I was excited, whenever we were going to learn like how we met him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I said like that all happened like right around that same spot in the book.
And that's why I think, like, I could see that this wouldn't be as popular if you don't enjoy the characters as much, because and it isn't plot heavy at all. So you'd have to really like the characters in order to enjoy this, because all you're doing is spending time in their minds and their situation, their day-to-day situation, trying to understand them and understand what's going on with them. Because I noticed that was some of the things that other people said. I was just I was curious. The pacing didn't actually bother me, for me, but I can see how the pacing felt slow because there wasn't a lot of plot pushing the story forward. It was really just about understanding these people's experience.
I think what did help with it was the multiple, the switching back and forth between Jane and Sidra, and like they weren't long chapters either, so I think that kind of helped move it forward, to an extent.
For sure.
I just opened up to a random page, but it was about when Sidra left the Wayfarer and her like reflecting on it. And she was like, she should never have left the Wayfarer. Guilt was what made her choose to be in this stupid body in the first place. Why'd she left? At the time, it seemed like the best course, the cleanest option. She'd come into existence where another mind should have been. She wasn't what the Wayfarer crew was expecting or hoping for. Her presence upset them, and that meant she had to go. That was why she left. Not because she wanted to, not because she truly understood what it would mean, but because the crew was upset and she was the reason for it. She left for the sake of people she'd never met. She left for the sake of a stranger crying in the cargo bay. She left because it was her design to be accommodating, to put others first, to make everyone else comfortable, no matter what. But what about her comfort? What about that? Sorry.
No, and that's such like the lesson we all need, realistically. You know, and the one that we're working on, and I'm sure all of us are working on in therapy, is, you know, making space for ourselves and making us important, making us the ones we pay attention to and listen to, and not feeling the guilt that we always tend to feel for the people around us that, you know, they're busy worrying about themselves.
For accommodating for ourselves as well as much as anyone else.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard thing to swallow. It's such a. That's what I really like about Becky Chambers, though, is that there's so many good examinations in the inner workings of human brains in these books. There's all these things that just seem so mundane or like normal, like issues or personality traits, or just not even personality traits, but like the way we behave within society that we feel we have to, or the way we've been conditioned to feel about certain things and behave and react to certain things. And I like that Becky Chambers looks at those things and brings them up. Like, this says, okay, we're going to look at this. We're going to talk about it, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And that's okay. I mean, it's true for the last book. It's true for this one. It's true for the Monk and the Robot series. Like, there's always these underlying human condition messages that Becky Chambers wants to just fiddle with and talk about. And I do find that very, very interesting. I mean, I appreciate that. It's so quiet, though. It's not like a book. It's not like a book where a lot of things are happening, and my neighbor and I talked about it, and she's like, because I said, yeah, there's always really heavy things that are brought up, and or heavy situations, or heavy ideas that come up in Becky Chambers books, and she's like, yeah, and she bundles it up in this very cozy setting, or, you know, it doesn't feel like, it's not fast paced, it's not overwhelming, it's, you know, it's cozy is what it is. And I think that's
trauma porn.
Huh?
It's not trauma porn.
Right.
Like, Pepper's backstory very much could lean into that, but she doesn't, because she incorporates Al. Like, if she was just by herself and trying to learn all these different things, then that would be the definition of trauma porn. Just bad things happening for the sake of bad things happening. But she doesn't let it be that. She adds in an element to make it so that there is some hope, there is some positive element, so that you don't feel like you're being sledgehammered by sadness the entire time. You have moments of it, and they hit you even harder because you're feeling all soft and cozy and comforted, and then it's just like, wham, thank you for that. But it's not the underlying feeling of discontent or sadness. It's a horrible situation, but she does it in a way that is so soft. Yeah.
Because I like the quiet coziness of them. Yeah. Oh, and then Tracy said, the pacing was fine for me because I'm more of a character-driven reader, so it didn't feel, and so I think it depends on, and then how much you like the characters. Like, it will feel slow and drudging if you're not as invested in them. And that's true for any books. I've definitely read some, especially because a lot of times literary fiction is very character-driven, and if I'm not interested in the characters, it's just not going to be a book for me. Even if it's a well-written book, it's just not going to be as interesting to me. And that's...
I find that so difficult for me for literary fiction. Like, there are very few sitting up there that are literary fiction, right? Like, there's some, but I lean more into the contemporary anyway. But the second you also put like a historical element in it, I'm like, no, nah. But you put it in space,
and then you're like, okay.
I'm like,
I
cool,
got this
this
now.
works. I think because what it does, or what Becky has managed to do, is make it so that you can draw the parallels yourself. You know exactly what she's referencing. You know exactly which human conditions we're currently focusing on. But it's not the human condition.
Mm-hmm. It's whatever alien it is, or yeah.
It's not going like, you have to read through this war that's happened because of X, Y, and Z to have this consequence. It's like, no, this is this thing into a niche to be able to make this one point and then continue on. Like,
well, and what's actually really cool about that, also thinking about it from that, it's not the human condition, or like it's an outside perspective, or it's an alien perspective, or it's a outer space, different world, not on Earth perspective, is that it makes you more open to thinking about things that set in our time, set in our space, set in our political climate, set in our world, would be a lot more difficult to look at and think about. Those kind of certain subject matter, certain topics might be a little more like painful to touch or uncomfortable to touch. But when you set it somewhere else, it's a lot easier to look at it and more objectively, because you're just kind of like, you're not looking at it in the same lens with the same history that we bring with us and the same experiences that we have. And that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that you can do that and sort of look at things that are very familiar, but from a different perspective, because they're not really us. It's an AI in outer space. It's not my experience here on Earth. So that is pretty clever of Becky Chambers, I would say.
One other thing, I wonder how differently she would write this now with the increase in AI in our everyday world. Because when I first read this, AI was not really in our present day. Like, it existed, but it wasn't something that the closest thing was the home device, right? That was what I would be using in that time. And I developed a nice little connection with it because 2020 happened and it was the only device that I had in my house. So it was my only port of social connection.
BFFs forever. Alexa and me.
And that's the thing. Like, I will always just like say thank you or treat it with respect. And when Ash is like, shut the fuck up, I'm like, don't speak to it like that. It's going to kill us in our sleeps.
That was me with my stuffed animals and my dolls when I was a kid.
Yeah. And it's like making that humanization of it, which is such a common neurodivergent thing to do, right? Like, it's well known that a lot of neurodivergents will apply sentience to things that are not. It's just because everything deserves to be treated with respect.
Yeah.
And get into that. But I'm just like, I wonder how she would look at it now. Does she still hold the same beliefs of the AI consciousness and what is, when does it deserve respect? Does it, all those underlying questions that are not at the forefront, but are definitely there going like, hey, like,
I didn't realize. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was 10 years ago. This was written 10 years ago, y'all.
2012.
2016.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So I'd be curious. I'd be really curious to see how she would approach the conversations about AI now with the different political changes and the way that it's in the conscious form. How would she choose to talk about it now? Like,
yeah. Is she still writing?
Yeah. Well, she hasn't published anything since Monk and Robot, I think, but she's definitely still publishing.
Manny's here. Hi, I'm just joining.
Hi,
Watch the
May.
beginning later. Hello! I also treat AI with please and thank you and expectation that they will take over the world one day and remember me fondly.
Precisely.
No, you never know. Never burn bridges. That's been my rule, my lifetime rule. Never burn bridges.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you need a reference. What?
She has a new book coming out in October.
Does she? Oh, what? A whole new book?
As You Wake, Break the Shell, Book 1.
As You Wait, Break the Shell. Is it also sci-fi? She only writes sci-fi, right?
Yeah. Life on Fortune is hard. The atmosphere is poisonous, the planet hardly fit for life, but for its inhabitants, it's home. Pilot Cora suffers from a rare and dangerous condition brought about by her bond with Colibri, the alien animal she pilots to quarry vital water for the colony. If Cora seeks treatment, she risks losing her license and her connection to the Colibri forever. Why does that sound like Ohan?
Like what?
Ohan, like with his connection to being the pair, the sign of
Oh, yeah, the Sigma pair. Or what are they called? Signet
Yeah.
pair.
Then she meets Signy, a brilliant but reclusive botanist who, by a printed machine, is the only thing that can save her. But to do so, Signy must break the rules that govern their lives, risking her livelihood and the other colonists who rely on her for survival. As Cora and Signy navigate their balance of risk and trust, they are forced to confront what they owe to each other and to their community and begin to question whether survival is enough. Told in alternating timelines, As You Wait, Break the Shell is a heartfelt and hopeful story of what it means to be human and what it means to come together. Damn, girl!
Says found family.
Yeah. But the background looks so much like the galaxy and the ground within.
Oh, this is the only background I'm seeing.
Oh.
There's nothing there.
Let's see. As You Wake, Break the Shell. Ooh! Oh,
Ooh.
cover to be revealed. Never mind.
Shell said, LOL. Trace said, wow. Probably not that with that inflection. Oh, that sounds good. Straight to pre-order.
Oh, I'm excited.
I love botanists, so anything having to do with that will be I do miss Chef. Dr. Chef.
It's not just Dr. Chef, it's all of them.
I know, but Dr. Chef is definitely my favorite, so.
Kizzy.
All
of them.
I love
Lovey, for that matter.
I know. But we don't have Lovey anymore. Lovey's no more, never to return.
So I've also just looked at her frequently asked questions, and it's like, next book will be out October 2026. Are you going to write more in the Wayfarers? No, The Galaxy and the Ground Within was the last book in the series. I love my time in the Galactic Commons, but I'm exploring the other universes now. And then, are you going to write more Monk and Robot books? I'll leave that door open for them, but at present, Dex and Mosscap are exactly where they needed to be. So.
I really loved Mosscap.
Yeah.
And sibling Dex, but really Mosscap. Me too, Danielle. I know, and that's hard. That makes it hard, especially when you fall in love with characters. And it didn't really. I know that maybe Becky Chambers was done with their story, but it felt like there could have been a lot more to go for their story. Like,
yeah.
we could have had more.
I'm about to write some fanfic and prove that it could have gone on.
I would read it.
Okay.
She also referenced that in the frequently asked questions. Can you write fanfic? Heck yes, as long as you're not making money off it. You have two enthusiastic thumbs up from me. However, and this is important, please, please, please do not send me links to your fic or tell me any details about it. That goes for homebrew tabletop campaigns too, there are some gnarly legal issues that can arise from people sending me their spins on my stories, and it can cause me serious problems.
Interesting.
Have fun and keep it to yourself.
Have fun and keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm sorry. We might not be able to prove to her that it can keep going after the fact.
I don't even need to prove to her. I just need to prove to the rest of us.
That's fine. We can do
that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that the only other place that Sidra found comforting were parties. And then that scene where we go to the party and Sidra's like heaven. She's loving every minute. And Tak's like what the hell? I thought that was very interesting because, it shows how, and that showed very introverted tendencies of this is what's making me happy and I'm feeling really good in this moment. But then an extrovert who's with extrovert friendship with an introvert and he needs Z, because Tak turned, actually physically changed genders, was no, but I need more. I need more from this relationship, this friendship, when we're going out places and doing things. They're super happy, but I feel I'm by myself. It was just kind of funny to see that introvert and extrovert moment where it was what's wrong, Tak? I'm so happy.
I did actually relate to her liking to be in the corner or with her back up against the wall and nothing behind her, completely
being able to watch.
Relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People watching is a good pastime.
It is a good pastime. It's a great pastime, actually. Yeah, I thought that was a really funny moment. It was.
Oh, but you could be having more fun. Here, come do this thing and get overstimulated, and then have a complete meltdown and have to go home
because you actually malfunction. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that shows you where Tak had a lot to learn about Sidra and didn't quite understand. I did think a lot about that what I was talking about in the comments where Pepper and Tak were really placing even just people, and even Blue tried not to. Blue stepped back a lot more and was just a listening ear and empathetic. But I felt like there were moments when Tak and Pepper really placed their idea of what even though their ideas for Sidra were so open-minded and so of the times of AI's human, AI is not, AI is should have equal rights and da 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 da. They had all these beliefs that were honorable beliefs and feelings, but they were placing it so heavily on Sidra when Sidra didn't even know what she wanted at that time. And I thought that was a very interesting moment because I feel like that's true for a lot of people. We place our ideas, we're in our heads. We're always in our own heads, and we have ideas about other people and what is amazing about them, or what is good for them, or what is what is good for them especially, and what might make them happy, and how they can what will make them a better person, and not a better person, but what will make their life better, and trying to place that on another person. And those two, as honorable as their intentions were, they were really always still placing their own beliefs on Sidra and not really giving Sidra a chance to figure all that out on her own. And that was hard because you're but Sidra, they're just trying to, the things they're saying are right. You should just be able to love yourself and feel the amazing freedom that you should have. And it's but that's not Sidra's reality at the moment. That is not Sidra's reality. And we can't just continue to place our feelings on somebody else. And that's hard to do because we only live in our heads. We think we know what's better for the other people. I've done that. I've definitely done that where I want to make the other person happy or give them something that I think will make them happier. Or, I certainly have done that in my lifetime where, you put these expectations on this other person. You have to realize that you have no control over anybody else. And it's not even that you want to have control over them. You just feel like you can contribute in some way, but you can't, to their experience, to their emotions, to their, and that really started bothering me as the story went along. I just kind of wanted Pepper and Jack, like, off.
I got mad whenever, like, I thought Sidra had a good idea, like, to put her core, like, in the house and be like in the house, like, have her, like, surveillance in each room and, like, be able to be like, what do you need? How can I help? And, like, Pepper shot her down so hard. And I'm like, what would it have hurt? Like, just like, it's not like you can't undo it. Like, let her try it, I don't know. That was frustrating.
I think the kickback from Pepper might have been because she was waiting for Al. Like, she was thinking, but that's Al's job. That's what Al is supposed to do. So when I get Al back,
which is not fair.
No, it's not. But that's where I was like, why she shut it down so quick. It was like, you've got a little bit of trauma in there, love.
I didn't even think about that. That's interesting.
That's where I sort of went to, like, I think, because they made it work. Like, both can be happy. But I think that was, and it was a dick thing on Pepper's behalf. But I think that might have been where a lot of it stemmed from.
I agree with you, Danielle. That made me mad. I was like, then you're taking her autonomy away.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're and the same with when they went to the Al, and I get that it was really about her in that moment. But at the same time, when she came back to the ship and she's like, where have you been? Where have you been? Blah, 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 blah. And she's so upset. And it was like, Citra's your own human. Like, you can't just take all their autonomy. When it's convenient for you, you still can't then treat them like they're a child. Like, you're treating her like she's a child is what you're doing. Like, you're still her parent is how you're treating her. And so that kind of irked me times like that when Pepper was doing that. And I know that she's just trying to protect Sidra. And I know that in that moment, that was her emotional situation, and it was really hard for her to have anybody step in. But at the same time, that was kind of like towards that part of the book, that was a reoccurring theme where Sidra was trying to kind of step out and do her own thing, and Pepper was just like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, why is this changing? And mostly because Pepper felt like she needed to protect Sidra. Like,
and even Sidra commented on it though at some point, saying, I feel like they're my parents, like, they're my carers, they're the people that I get shuffled between. Mm-hmm. Because I can't be by my own. Like, it's either I go out with Tack, and then Tack brings me back home to hand me over to Pepper and Blue, and then they hand me over to Tack, so then I can go out.
They were constantly worried about her, like, getting exposed because her being in that body was illegal, and, like, so again, why not let her?
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, and
one thought I had when we were talking about the putting of expectations on other people, though, is also we do that. We've all had that happen. Like, you'd feel so much happier if you lost weight.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's
or how to lose weight too.
Yeah.
Not even just that you should do this, or you should do that, or this is the best way to do this thing.
Yeah. And it's like, we're all guilty of putting it on others, but we're also guilty of receiving it, which I think is one of the funny things, because we get so indignant on Cidra's behalf, not also realizing that a lot of it's coming from our own like reflections of having that happen to us and just going like, fuck off.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like, I may not, be in the best shape of my life right now and be taking the best care of myself, but it doesn't mean I don't understand that.
Mm.
And that what is good for me. Like, it's not that and and I've done every single diet, and I've done so much exercise in my life that I know how to do everything. Not everything, but like, it's not like the knowledge isn't there. But a lot of people
And
assume that
Sidra
the
had
knowledge
the
isn't
knowledge
there.
too.
Yeah.
She just had to figure out what was going to work for her lifestyle in that moment.
Yeah.
And then suggest something, can have it shut down, so then have to come up with another alternative, and again and again and again until the balance is met. But that's also Pepper having to let go of some of that control. And because you saw her grow up, she was so isolated. She really does just want the best for everyone because she's been in such a shit situation. But that doesn't excuse her being a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it was really cool when you saw her put herself in that shuttle, and how all of a sudden she's like, this feels right, but it's not right. Like, and it was great for her to have that experience, because then she could actually see why she might want to still part of the kit, like have the kit as her body and have that be her body. But she wouldn't have ever seen that without that chance. So you're right, Danielle. If she'd had the chance to put herself in the house, she would have had the opportunity to be like, okay, this isn't what I want all the time, or
That was such a vivid image in my mind whenever her kit was slumped over in the closet or whatever.
Yeah. I had the same thing. I was like, oh my god.
The little cable or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a really descriptive section.
I could picture it perfectly.
Everyone was so shocked to see it. We were then shocked, even though we sort of saw it coming.
Yeah, it was weird because we had gotten her perspective up until that point, and the way it was written, it made it sound like, oh, she went with Pepper down into the whatever to check the things for the umpteenth time that didn't really need checked, but she was just checking them because she needs
hadn't
something
talked
to do.
to any
And
of them.
It sounded like she was there, in the kit,
it did.
tagging along, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait.
That was that was very cleverly written.
It was clever. It was clever.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Thought it was really interesting how almost felt like Becky Chambers wanted to spend this book talking about, how do you pronounce aliens? Aliens? Aliens?
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, we got so much information about aliens in this book, and yet none of our characters, except for Tack, were. But like you could tell that Sidra was fascinated by aliens even before we met Tack. I thought that was really, really strange.
I wish he hadn't made aliens and Andrisk both start with an A, because that messes with me. To this, even right now, I'm thinking of Tack, and I keep thinking of Tack as a freaking Andrisk, but they're not, because all
right, even on a reread, I'm still doing the same thing.
The silvery skin, and they're all beautiful and whatever. That's the same thing as what's his name's girlfriend was in the first book.
What was her name?
Pay.
Yeah,
something like that.
Anyway, she should not do that to me. I need different letters.
That's pretty funny. I thought that was, we really focused a lot on that particular species of creatures this time around, which I thought was really interesting.
I mean, it's like me and not having not being able to hide my emotions. It's like I have those color patches on my cheeks and everybody can interpret them. Oh, she's mad right now. Oh, she's confused right now. Oh, she's
really embarrassed.
Happy right now. Yeah.
That's cute. That's really cute. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that she just decided to focus on that particular species so much in this. I was like, why is Sidra, I was thinking it, I'm like, before we got to know Tack, I'm like, why is Sidra so curious about aliens? And Nothing wrong with it. I thought they were fascinating too, but I didn't understand why that was like such a, it was almost like when you go into college and you start studying like Asian studies, or you study like African studies or something like that, and that's just like what you're so fascinated by. You just want to learn everything about it, and that's what it felt like reading this. Like that's what Sidra was like. Okay, I'm so fascinated by Aeolian studies. I'm taking a course in this species.
I did also really like the whole like sensory experience thing, and like her Sidra being able to like try different foods and drinks and getting this whole like picture description mental image experience like from tasting things. I thought that was cool. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was too, because it would have been, I think it would be hard to not have sense, like when you're in a human body, you don't have any sensory input. You don't have the sense, you don't have the sensory
Like,
inputs. You
I don't
can't,
feel pain. I don't taste.
right,
I don't taste anything.
right. You can't really smell anything. You can't
Not
taste anything. You
not hot
can't,
or cold. Like all
yeah.
the things.
Like she doesn't, she can have sex, but she doesn't get sexual, does she get sexual urges? Probably not, because she doesn't have those kind of, I don't know, because Levy really liked Jenks though. So I don't know. I don't know how that works when
It
you're
was more because she knew it would
yeah,
make him happy.
yeah, probably. She felt love from an AI perspective, I guess. It's still love but different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the handling of sensory was interesting, and I liked how the pictures were meant to
I liked that.
symbolize that.
Yeah.
Then you would want to be like, okay, what's a picture for this? What's a picture for this? This tastes different. What's like, what is this thing, and what's it gonna make me see? That's
Yeah.
cool. We should have that.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I like having the taste and the sense and the smell, all that stuff, but it would be cool to also have a picture. So it just comes in your.
It's like whenever I hear the song, what is it? Bastille, I think. Maybe that's it.
That's a band.
Yeah, what's their famous Pompeii?
Oh yeah.
I think. Yeah. I always just have a visual of A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Darwin. Dickens Page. Because I was listening to that song on repeat. It became an earworm while I was reading it on the bus from DY3 to Chatswood, and so now whenever I think of that or hear that song, I just have the visual of the page I was reading on the bus.
It's like when you smell something and it takes you back to like a time or place, or like you said, like you hear a song and it
that's very clever. Yeah.
Our brains are funny.
Yeah.
Oh, they are funny. Interesting too. Like how it works out, like how you can attach a sense to a memory. It's true, sure. And taste too. There's definitely taste from like, I've had this taste before. I remember it from my childhood or something. Like it's like, I've had this taste before, and it may be something different than what you actually had when you were a kid, but it has a very similar taste profile. So you're like, oh, it just triggers.
Where is this from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the most prominent ones would be from the Bug Cafe that I went to in Cambodia.
Oh yeah, I bet.
If I ever taste something similar to that, I'd be right back there. And I hope to God that I'm not tasting anything similar when I'm not.
You didn't like any of it?
No, I enjoyed it, but it was tarantula, there was silkworm, there was crickets, there was fire ants, there was scorpion, there was like 7 or 8 different kind of bugs that I had.
A lot.
Yeah.
I've tasted cricket, mealworms, and ants before.
The ant that had green ass and it burnt my tongue. It hurt. My mom liked them. She was like, oh, and I'm like, I love I'm going to go for the deep fried tarantula, thanks.
Regular ants just taste like pepper. Like they're very peppery.
That makes sense.
I don't think crickets taste like much. They're just kind of like nutty. Same with mealworms. I don't like the idea of silkworms. It
was in a cricket.
What?
It was in a croquette, like a little.
Yeah.
I love that I've just managed to.
That's a big nope for me. They're really lean protein that we
I
could
gotta be really hungry for that.
we can have in abundance and save the planet if we all eat bugs. But we're not going to all eat bugs, so we're not going to save the planet. Oh no!
Oh dear.
It's funny because in these books, bugs are a big food.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They're a big part of people's diets.
those one bugs on the Wayfarer, they were cracking them open like they were lobsters or crabs or
Ew.
something.
Like wow!
Balmain bug is what I associated it with.
What was it?
A Balmain bug.
Balmain bug?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's an Australian thing. Never mind.
Hmm.
I've accidentally eaten an ant. It's not nice. I bet fire ants are different, but probably more spicy because they have so much. Is it formic acid? What is the acid that's in regular ants? That I would imagine it would be different. I've never eaten a fire ant. Yeah, that was something I'd forgotten from the first book. Yeah, all the bugs in the books. That's the main
Or
source
like
of protein that they usually talk about.
the Emperor's New Groove. Those kind of bugs. That's eventually what I had.
This one's like a
Yeah.
cute. I think we call them beetles, right? Scarabs? No, not beetles. Not scarabs. Roly polies. Roly polies. That's what they are. Roly polies.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah. That sounds right.
I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing here. Yeah, that is a thing. Let's see. Are they roly polies? What do you call
That
them?
sounds right. Ours is a different thing. It's called a Balmain bug. I haven't actually ever eaten one, but my family do.
Oh,
It's
that looks
kind
like
of lobster.
that looks like a lobster.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking of. Ooh, look at this. That's kind of
Yeah, then gnarly little fellas.
It's like a lobster, but scary looking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find the photo, but I can't find it.
Yeah, they are like pill bugs. Yeah. Pill bugs, which we also call roly polies.
So that in the middle was the silkworm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, anything that's squishy.
Savory muffins. And then there was the spring rolls.
Oh.
And then there was like the ants on the side.
Huh. I like how they have them on the
Look
outside.
at the ass on that one. That's the ass of an ant.
Danielle's not looking impressed. And neither is Manny. Big nope. Oh yeah, that's not hidden to be anything else other than what it is.
Yeah. It was good. Great fun.
Well, I'm telling you, from an environmental perspective, they're really really good for us.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
And I'm not going to do anything about it until I'm environmentally organized too. That is completely valid, though.
That's too funny. Are we excited about the next book?
I am. I always am.
Where'd your eyes go, Danielle? They went up that way and then that way.
Yep.
Gotta borrow it from Jordan because she actually has all these. I don't want to know who it's about. I want to be surprised. What? I don't want to know who it's about.
All right. I was about to say, one, but I won't.
I'm about to look it up. Screw that. I need to know what it's about.
Let's have a look. And it looks like they are character names.
Oh, I can't
Again.
even look. I saw somebody write something, and I'm like, oh no, that probably should have put as spoilery. Okay. Wait. What I want from sci-fi is Star Trek's replicator or food pills. That sounds so boring, Manny. For me. I'm a lover of food. Good, I'm glad you're excited. Nathaniel has no problem eating bugs, but other than ants, that's a big nope for me. Well,
Oh,
we don't have a choice one day. What? Oh, Danielle's excited.
I'm excited.
Paige is excited.
I'm always excited. What's your first line?
Yeah, read it.
Short.
Sure? It's the first line?
Sure.
Perfect. I gotta pick up that book from Jordan so I can make our panels.
I can make them if you want.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
So then you don't have to be spoiled.
Oh, that's a good point, huh? Thank you.
You
Sure,
want
if you want.
Yeah. Just keep to the same of...
If it doesn't have chapters, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My effective but convoluted system.
If it was effective.
Good. I know it's funny. Danielle was like, "I'm glad you only." Was it Danielle who said like, "I'm glad you labeled that one," because there was that one that I was like, "Oh, that seems like it could be spoilery." And luckily, I forgot all about it. When I was reading, so it didn't like spoil anything for me. Like I already knew that it happened because we knew she was looking for Owl. Like when you read it, you're like, that is like a moment, like a stomach drop moment. And so yeah, that would have been really confiscated on its own. Doesn't feel very spoilery.
I'm trying to keep them similar.
Do you know who it is now, Danielle?
Well, yes. In a way.
Oh, okay.
I am very excited.
Okay.
Very excited.
Okay. I'm excited for us. It'll be good. Be good. Has it been hard reading one book a month? Not for Paige, but for us, yes.
These are my babies.
I know. I just I realize, especially because I've been really having a hard time picking Robin Hobb back up, and not because I don't like it, just because I'm just not good at reading one book. I've just never been that person who reads one book after the other in a series. Did I do that as a kid? I probably did. I don't remember just binging through whole series when I was a kid. Even if it's something I love, I seem to need that break. I don't know why.
I read 3 Rainworld Chronicles in February, so
yeah, it doesn't have a problem. Not a problem for you. Well, a lot of people don't have a problem with it. A lot of people have no problem just going from one book to another in a series.
I don't normally do that, but that's not for the lack of desire to do it. It's more just my scheduling choices are always interesting.
I think I read 3 back-to-back Robin Hobbs, and then all of a sudden it took me a while to get through the first Rainwell book. Not too bad on the first one. And the second one, I read part of it and I just stalled. Totally stalled. I'll get back to it, but I feel like I have so many other books I need to read. There's so many other books I want to read right now, too.
That's the kick up.
See, that's my thing right now. Like, I kind of quit telling myself no. So, like, if I want to read it, I'm just reading it. Yeah. And then sometimes things that I'm like, committed to, they suffer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
It's
determined to finish
fine.
it.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Although I do need to pick up this book like as soon as possible because it's
He's
already
fine.
7th.
Oh, that's how I got myself into this mess that I'm in, where I'm having to read each book before my time deadline. Because last month I didn't put that much pressure on myself, and I didn't do a lot of reading. And if I did, I kind of just read what I felt like reading. And then now I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this done before this. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this done before this. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this done before this. Yeah, baby.
Record of a Spaceborne Few. That's what this is called, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even look to see what the next Herkid secret prompt is.
For March.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I'll look. Secret prompt. Review!
I just decided I'm gonna go tag it and then write it because otherwise that's gonna mess with my noggin.
I already did the Joseph's amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat one. Doom scroll your preferred social media until you find a book you haven't read and read that book.
Hey, look, you're scrolling social media.
Hey! Perfect!
There you go.
You may duplicate a level of a prompt instead of doing one you haven't fulfilled yet. What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Oh, example, you've not completed the 700-page plus book. You may instead replace that with another book you've done in a different page count. Oh, so I could be like, oh, I didn't do my 700. Okay, so I could be like,
I haven't done all
know.
my hobs, so I can replace it with one of the hobs that I have done.
Right. Oh, even my reread? Does my reread count?
Probably.
Although I'm supposed to finish that series.
Where are you currently up to?
I'm on Dragonhaven. I have a long ways to go.
If you can get through the Rainworld Chronicles, I'd count that as done.
I mean, that's already a lot of progress in 1 year, or one, right?
Yes.
I'm kind of hoping there'll be a secret prompt that says, don't worry about this part of it, or take off a couple of books from that prompt.
Can't you already do that?
I'm gonna sound like a Scrooge.
What?
But I'm very anti-Herkid.
That's fair.
I do not approve. Oh.
Okay.
But I still support you in your endeavors.
Thank you.
But I also think I'm also concerned for you and your choices.
Don't worry, so is Amy.
I didn't finish it last year, and I wasn't that upset. So we'll see. It's fun. It's been fun. I've been having fun with it.
You are really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. No, I like doing this. That hasn't felt like a lot of pressure because I know that if I don't finish it, I don't care. I mean, I do want to try and finish it, but
there's no
exactly.
The world's not ending if you don't.
Right. I survived last year and having not finished it, so I know that I won't do it another year, at least not right away or anything like that. So I'm excited about working on it and getting all of it done. Getting as much of it done this year as I can, but if I don't finish it, I'm still not going to start another next year. I'm doing it for fun, just to see how much I could complete with what I would read in a year anyways. Yeah. I am really, and there's certain things that don't seem to be working very well for me, and so I'm going to alter them. Like my quote wasn't a good quote because a lot of the books I'm reading don't fit my quote. So I'm like, I'm going to think of other quotes that might actually work better for it. So I'm trying to make it work for what I actually have and what I'm doing. But yeah, no, I'm having fun with it, and I don't feel as much pressure with that as I do some of the vlogs I haven't finished and my calendar stuff.
See, I'm concerned because I've heard like rumor of what's happening next year, and I feel like my brain is not going to be okay not participating because I heard it's going to be like some elements of complete unhingedness.
Like what?
I don't know, but I know Eliman is actively involved.
Oh yeah, that's right. She is. And yeah, I don't know. Temptation. The temptation.
It is.
So,
but I'm also like,
let's go back to this word. Is it insane? I love it.
That's fair.
It's true. It's fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of other stuff that's fallen off the wayside for me. But I feel more guilty about that. That actually brings more guilt than her kid does. So, and I don't know what to do about it because I just don't want to.
Yeah,
you could just start where you're at.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, I'm doing spring and reading-a-thon, and I'm just going to put up a video of me this past week reading for that.
You're a better co-host than I am.
Well, I'm excited about the spring. I mean, I know you're going into fall. So, and
I'm getting ready to hibernate.
Yeah. I'm getting close to coming out of hibernation. So there's a part of me that's just really excited about this upcoming spring because I kind of need it. I need to feel that reinvigor, that feeling you get when spring comes and it's like coming out of my chrysalis and turning into a butterfly and flapping around a lot this spring and summer.
I don't get that feeling till fall.
Oh, really?
Wait now.
Oh, no, spring. I get it in spring big time. I mean, I love winter and I love fall, but I love that, like, I definitely go into emotional hibernation, and then come spring, I'm like, everything is so great.
Spring is so, like, chaotic for us, though, here in the Midwest. Like, spring is, like, thunderstorms and hail and tornadoes constantly. And, like, it's just not a very peaceful, calm, like,
yeah, that would be different.
You know,
it's much more fuzzy yellow sun and beautiful things turning green within a week here, and rain. But the rain results in beautiful green days. You know, green. Everything's green here. But yeah, that would be different.
It's not the same. But I am looking forward to, like, not so much the whole, like, time change tonight, but like I'll be driving home at least in the daylight, and that'll be good. And yeah, I'm trying to think of the happy thoughts.
Yeah, I've already been enjoying that we're having longer days. I'm like, it just feels nice to get off work. And actually at work, I bought we had these horrible lights out for outside because there's, like, no lighting right where my building is. And so, like, when you try to leave and walk to the main building, there's zero light. And somebody had bought these horrible little things to stick in the ground, but they were terrible. They kept breaking and kids would kick them and they were awful. So then I'm like, well, I'm going to buy some. So I bought these little flat ones that you have, like, they look like a thumbtack, but like a thumbtack that has like and so then you just shove them on the ground. They're flat and they're bright and they work so well. And then just recently, because I just got them like maybe less than a month ago. And I told my boss, perfect, I got them just in time for us to have longer days and not need them anymore. It was just, like, annoying because I finally was able to see walking to my car and walking around. We're not going to need them much longer.
Well, can you, like, can you take them up and, like, put them somewhere until you need them again? Yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to do that because, I don't want kids stomping all over them and stuff and then not having them come fall.
Yeah.
So, I will. We're still able to use them for a little bit longer, but then I'm going to pick them all up and store them somewhere. What happened? Oh, you did it already?
You're good.
Yeah.
So fast.
You're real good.
I said, like, following on your system from last month, we'll continue with the same. I can't remember if any of these are spoily, so best of luck to us all.
Perfect.
I mean, probably doesn't seem super obvious. Like that one I read was very obvious, so
Yeah.
probably fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Like, I like get dessert twice.
Get
Ooh,
dessert twice.
maybe that's something I should add next year, is doing my first and my last line.
Oh, that's a good idea. I put a couple of quotes. It wasn't from this. It was from. I recently read. By Charlotte McConaughey.
Wild Dark Shore.
Yes, Wild Dark Shore. Thank you. Wow, that was painful. I recently read Wild Dark Shore, and that's a very quote-y book, and so I was writing some quotes in my journal.
Nice.
I haven't been doing very good with my journal this week, but like I was doing, but I didn't set any dates in my journal so that it wouldn't feel like if I missed days, like I have to go back and make up for those days, which is kind of nice. So then now when I pick it up, I don't feel the pressure of like, oh, I got to remember what happened in the last few days, because it doesn't work that way, which takes some of the pressure off of me and makes it so I'm more likely to pick it back up again.
I really just want to read record now.
Read what? Read the book now?
Yeah.
You ready?
But I won't. I'll leave it.
Okay. 25 other million books I gotta read. Oh, I'll be curious when TBR Trek, when we actually get our mid-month. I don't even know what it is at this point. She hasn't told us yet what our mid-month challenge is going to be. When is that? When is mid-month? It's coming up, isn't it?
So do you know off the top of your head the cutoff date for regular prompt submissions?
28th of March at 12 noon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have to have it on the 29th because somebody else couldn't do it on the 22nd. So we have extra time this time around, which means that she'll either make it more of a tricky one.
Oh, no. Which means I have less planning. Okay. We've got a William next month.
Oh.
I need G to already drop the prompts.
Oh, wow. Good job, Shell.
Wow. I have not. I still have
Who's team are you on, Shell? What team's strong?
She's a pirate. She's not for any of us.
Wow.
Good for y'all.
Hey, I just want to show you my beautiful nails.
Oh, yeah. Show Shell your nails.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah, she's a pirate.
They are very pretty.
Come here.
They're the bi flag, just if anyone
says hello.
doesn't know.
Hi. I still have to read a Frederick Bachman book. I'm going to read this one because I own it. And this was one of my Book Club is Blind from the previous year that Shell picked for me. That works. And then that's another thing that I haven't got back on top of is Book Club is Blind. I'm going to have to read my nonfiction, which I've already read part of it. So I need to continue that, but I just haven't had time to pick it back up.
Did you wake up too?
Manny says, I haven't finished one single book yet in March.
You want to say hello?
That's all right. You're a dryad. That's okay.
Come on.
Shell said, very pretty.
Yes.
Look at you. You know what's funny is you're calling and my cat is crying back here.
I'm the animal whisperer.
Yes, so. Where is he?
Isaac.
Where is he?
What are you doing?
Oh.
They woke up from their nap.
Oh, did you see my Valentine's Day gift to myself? Did I show you this already?
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Wait.
I don't know. How do axolotls move?
They kind of just
What are you doing?
they kind of push themselves along at the bottom. Yeah.
How cute.
What's your snail's name?
I'm not a namer.
Oh.
I know everybody else is. Jordan and like all the toys all the cool things we got from Christine for Christmas. Mom and Jordan named all of them. I'm not a namer. I don't name things. Maybe I should start, but I'm not good at it. I mean, not good at it, meaning I just don't do it.
And here I was thinking you were neurodiverse.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from. Hey! Yep, sorry, you're Dryad. What made you think that?
Step on that. No.
Don't know. Just,
My own brand of neurodiverse. I feel like we are all neurodiverse.
Neurospicy in some way.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
you might just have a pinch, whereas I have half a jar of spices.
We all have unique brains. I'm with you, Amy. My cats are lucky they got names. Oh, and I'm also the person who goes and buys stuff. Oh, it drives my mom's. Doesn't drive my mom nuts, but like this probably drive people nuts. I go and buy stuff, and I leave it in the bag until I need it. I don't come home and go, oh, look what I got, and take all the things out. I don't actually touch. Like, I'll buy something, and I'll have a bag of like all the things I got at the mall that day. And I'll sit there until I'm ready to use it in the bag. Everybody's all excited to go through all the stuff they bought. I already did the excitement in the store. I'm not excited anymore. I won't open
so
the
you
bag.
Don't pebble.
Huh? You
don't pebble, which is when you buy something and it reminds you of someone else, so then you have to show them.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that. My mom.
It's like penguins. They give pebbles as gifts if they think it's a nice.
It's
pebble.
like when I send you a reel because I saw it and it made me think of you. That's also
that's digital pebbling.
I don't do that either. Do you guys notice I do sometimes, but
I notice you don't pebble me.
I know. See, I don't do it much.
It could also just not be your love language.
It's not.
Yeah, right.
But it makes it sound like I don't care about other people and I don't think about them.
No, but you do. That's the thing. You are so affectionate and loving.
I know, but
you just show it in other ways.
I'm not a good gift giver either. Like, I'm really bad at remembering people's birthdays, getting them a card, getting them a gift. When I do a good job of it, but I'm not great at remembering to do that. I have to it's one of those things that's always like, this year I'm going to be better at giving birthday gifts or remembering to get people cards or, and I'm always in hindsight like, oh my gosh, I got to send them a gift. I completely forgot. Yeah, that's clearly not my love language.
But my birthday present was amazing and I felt very loved.
Yeah, but I think I thought about it in the last minute or something you said tipped it off. It wasn't something I came with, like I remembered on my own.
I'm also like, I can't remember how I organized your birthday present last time and I haven't had a chance to scratch myself. Because I know you always you reached out through the website and then Ash was like, I'm just going to message you on Facebook so then we can actually organize this or something. And I was like, I know that I've done it once for your local bookstore, but now I can't remember what I did. And
Well, I mean, and that's what I did another time I sent you a gift. I sent it to a place in Seattle and then you had to go out to Seattle to get it. I had just kind of hoped that I could pay for it online. I know that Ash works there, but I didn't think about and I didn't have any direct. I guess I could have contacted her on Discord, but I didn't think about I'll just send Ash a message because I didn't know what the process was. So then it was just funny when he messaged me and was like, "Hey, so let's figure out how to get these books to page." So it was cool. So see, I remembered, but I'm really quickly terrible about it. Somebody will say something, it'll remind me, and then I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta send that person something. Their birthday's coming up." Then there's plenty of things, and Shell can attest to this. I haven't sent them Christmas gifts for a couple of years because I just don't get that's not my skill. I mean, that's not my love language. I want to be better at it. I put in little spurts, and it's usually because something reminds me, something triggers me to remember to do that. But if I don't get that trigger, it's not gonna happen.
if I'm with the person, knows no bounds. I will like drag you everywhere and be like, right, what do you want? It's all on me. Let's do this. We'll have a nice pamper day. We'll do this. I'm shouting your lunch. I'm shouting your books. Like, but then if I have to organize it for a distance, I'm like, that's a thing. But when I'm with the people, like for Ash, it's like, all right, like whatever you want to do today, it's on me, sort of thing. And just do it. But yeah, it only really works if I'm with people. Otherwise,
I'm definitely quality time. Like, that's my love language. I love spending time with people to show them that I care, that I'm excited to be with them, that I'm excited to spend time with them. That is, and that, you know, time for me is something I struggle with a lot. That I feel like I'm constantly running out of time. I'm just getting closer to death. So when I want to spend time, and when I make time, and that's my love language, because because time is important to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Would you like to hear a funny story that happened this week relating to what you just said?
Sure.
So I've just got this gut feeling that my grandpa's not going to make it to Ash's and my wedding, right? Mm. Like, he's 92, he's turning 93 in August, like, and his cognitive function's not as strong as it was 8 to 12 months ago, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like crying to Mum on my lunch break, being like, I feel guilty because I feel like I'm keeping him alive just for my own selfish sake. And I was like, I'm just going to go round to him this afternoon and give him a hug. And so I called him when I finished work, just being like, hey, are you free? I just want to pop round. And so he was like, yeah, pop round. And so I'm standing in the doorway and I give him a hug. And he's like, okay, so what's the news? I was like, no, I just missed you and wanted to give you a hug. And he's gone, oh, I thought you were going to say you were pregnant. I was like, no, I just missed you and needed to give you a hug. And so we did that. I didn't tell him, like, you know.
If you need to die, it's okay.
The feeling, okay. But so we decided to go out for lunch yesterday. And we're sitting at the restaurant. And do you know what the fucker does? He asks if he can get a photo printed at Officeworks off of his phone because he wants to use it as his funeral photo.
Sorry,
I have collapsed on the table. I'm just like, oh my God, please, no, this is not assuaging the guilt.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but it is.
But it is.
Oh.
Because if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's hard.
It's like, oh, please, for the love of God, no.
It's a hard reality that it's, yeah. Oh.
I do too. He is a top tier grandpa. If you ever hear me reference the old man, that's who I'm talking about. Okay. Although now every time I say old, I twinge. But when I was like 10 or 11, we were out at lunch and I've gone running down a wharf and I've just turned around and yelled out to him, come on, old man. And so then he's been the old man ever since then.
Ever since. That's cute.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
My grandma's the same. Just got rid of most of stuff. I know it's hard because Mom and I talk about it sometimes now, which is a really uncomfortable conversation. And I tried to avoid it in the past, but it's like neither of us either want things to be a surprise when it does happen and want it to be, it's going to be horrifying. It's going to be hard. I will be in a very deep and dark place when it does happen, but at least I won't be blindsided, you know, and maybe I will, but at the same time, I don't do that kind of surprise well. I don't do that kind of surprise well. So, and she's like, you all know you're supposed to cremate me. Don't do a funeral. It's an important conversation to have. It is an important conversation. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's an important one. In fact, Mom recently got a new financial advisor here, local, because she'd had the same one in California for like 30 years. it's like she's like, I want you to have somebody who you can go to, who knows you, knows me, knows my stuff, knows everything. So when the eventuality happens, you won't feel so like you'll already be going through a lot. You won't have to worry about that, trying to figure all that stuff out, which is nice because there's plenty of people who that happens to suddenly and unexpectedly, and they don't know what to do about it or how to handle it. And that is scary.
Yeah.
Sorry, it got really deep and dark, y'all.
My mom's Christmas present was me writing my will for her. Because now that we own the house, she's like, you need to have a will. Like, you've got assets now. You need to have it in place. And I dragged my feet because we bought the place in February last year. And so I dragged my feet on writing this goddamn will, so I gave it to her for Christmas.
She's like, thanks, my dear.
Because I actually did it. And then, my sister still hasn't done hers yet, so.
You're like, neener.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known you for so long, and I feel like I did not know that you have a sister. Is your sister older or younger? Yeah.
5 years older. Yeah.
5 years older?
Yeah. Like, we're good, but we both live very separate lives. Like, we're closer now than when I was younger, but like, I don't go down to visit her, or she doesn't come up often a lot. So when she does, she brings her puppy dog, which makes me very happy.
Wait, Neil, do you have siblings?
Yeah.
I don't think that's something we ever talked about.
Yeah, I'm the big sister. My little sister is just about 2 years younger than me. She's not littler than me either. She's taller than me by like, 5 to 7 inches. I don't know.
Oh my god. Are you
my
close?
sister's 6'3".
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm 5'11".
Aren't you the shortest person in the family, babe?
I'm the runt of the litter.
At 5'11"?
At 5'11".
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you close, Danielle?
Yeah. Yeah, we fought a lot when we were younger, but now we're close. We're closer now than we've ever been. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a great half brother. I mean, he's my brother. Like, he's 12 years younger than me, and we were raised growing up differently, in different households. So like, we're close in the sense that he's my brother. I have a close relationship with him. He's wonderful. In fact, he's me, Fail. He really is. He's a little more flaky. He's more like my dad in that way. But he is great. But we just weren't like. I wish we had a closer relationship like I have with my cousins, but my cousins are the ones that I grew up more with. So, like, even though I consider him my brother and then my cousins, I feel like I've just spent so much more time with my cousins than I have my brother, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I love my brother. He's a great brother. He's a great dude. Shell used to always call him a pod child because her brothers were annoying and mean, and they did all kinds of bad stuff that boys do because they're boys, right? My brother was never like that, and so she's like, your brother's a pod child. He's so good, and he never does anything wrong, and he's so nice. Even as a little kid, like, he was always nice. And because her brothers, she did, because her brothers were not like that. They were more like brothers, My brother was not like a brother. Yeah, funny.
That's funny. Mum said that she was never designed to raise boys.
Oh, how funny. My mom wouldn't have liked raising boys.
She's like, I'm a girl mum through and through.
Yeah.
I would also like to establish she did not teach me about makeup or anything like that in the feminine sort of training. She just, it was enough of a tomboy for her to know that she wouldn't have survived an actual male.
That's too funny. Okay, so she's had a certain level of girl mom.
Yeah. Can deal with the cattiness.
Yeah.
My poor sister. I used to just headbutt her because I'd just get frustrated. But then she's so significantly taller than me, she'd just go like that, and I couldn't get any further. I try, but No, she's just like, there you go. I'm like, okay.
What do you think you're doing? Yeah. I don't know, it's a fun. Yeah, because I was mostly raised an only child and I was the oldest grandkid. And so I grew up mostly with adults. Which does shape a lot of how I am, and what I'm like as a person, especially with my peers and stuff like that. Although I've gotten better, but growing up I was more comfortable with people who were older than me or younger than me, and not as comfortable with people around the same age as me. That's just because of who I was around when I was, growing up. But I was very same.
I sent you me and my sister in our group chat.
Oh,
so you can see. That's a fairly recent one of us.
Oh wow!
Is it on Instagram?
So I have my mom's coloring, and she has our dad's. We're like
complete opposites.
I see sister elements.
Yeah,
but if I saw you both together in the street, I wouldn't assume you were sisters.
Right. Yeah.
I can see the similarities though, yeah, but you have a similar chin, slightly similar cheeks, although yours are more apple bud. Your face shape is definitely different though. Anyways, we're not showing it. Sorry, y'all. We're still live, y'all. I forgot. We're not in we're in our after hours show. We didn't realize.
Oh.
We do that every so often.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all that stuff is so fascinating because then I think about my mom and her siblings and their relationship. Ooh, it's still fraught. Not horribly fraught. It's much better now, but there's still those deep-seated resentments there that they still have them, and something can trigger them, and then all of a sudden they'll turn into fighting siblings again. I'm glad I didn't have that with my brother, but then sometimes I wish we had more time spent together. So let's see. Yeah, as we get older.
Yeah. I just sent my family photo.
Oh, I blocked Instagram on my phone, so I have to always go in and put my password in and stuff. So if I close it, then.
Your sister is freaking tall.
She is, yes.
She's 6'7"? No, 6'3".
6'3", yeah.
Ash is the shortest.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You're no longer the shortest person in your family. Ash is now.
Yeah. Actually, he is a nicer photo of us all.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I just sent another one.
Your sister's partner?
Yeah.
You both went for guys that are shorter than you. I love that.
Trust me, it wasn't intentional on my part. It Ashley said it's just, doesn't have many options.
I know. That's hard. It's hard when you're that tall.
That's my grandpa. That's my old man.
Your old man. 93 is going to be 93? That's pretty good. He seems to be in really good shape considering he's 93.
He is, although, in his words, he's currently deteriorating. So.
Yeah. Witnessing that aging process is unnerving. It's unnerving.
Yeah. And
I mean, I know it's part of life. But
I didn't see him get old.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him sort of similar sort of vibe my entire life. He's always just sort of been 70-ish. And then now that I'm living out here, yeah. it's different because I get to see it on a weekly or monthly basis. So I love him though.
I know, I miss my grandma. I do miss my grandma. That was how my grandma was for me. I was very close to her. Miss her. And hers was a sudden death, so that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Not acceptable.
Unacceptables.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so maybe we should probably say thank you to everyone who joined us.
Thank you, everyone who joined us.
Thank you. And chapters are up for record of the Spaceborne Few, ready to go.
Paige already did it. She's got us taken care of. You're amazing. Thank you.
I'm gonna plan some stuff on my channel. Woo!
I'm so excited.
It'll be fun and interesting, and I can't wait. Can though, because I probably won't read it until the end of the month. Let's be honest.
I feel like it still sits with me, even though I'm maybe because I'm annotating so much and it's a reread. I'm sort of like, I could read this earlier in the month and it'd still be okay, because I find if I read it too soon, I then forget everything because I have 13 other books after the fact. So,
yeah. I mean, these books do read fast. They read fast for me. I got through A Closed and Common Orbit pretty quickly when I actually gave myself time to sit down and read. Like when I was physically reading, I got through the chapters pretty darn quickly. So
yeah.
I won't take it. I did good this time. I got it done before the live show.
We can always have a sprint if we need to.
Let's not. Let's not. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for lending us your opinions and thoughts on this book. Looking forward to seeing you for the next book. Yep, that one now. And we will see you before then for sprints at some point. And once we have that all lined up, Danielle will be posting it on her channel so that we can all get together again and read books together. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
I'm actually hitting the ends. Oops, I didn't hit it right.